All right, this is SAT Prep. We're doing test 3, section 4. This is number 11. So we're using the same table we used in 10 that has the acceleration due to gravity on a bunch of different planets. And we are told that weight equals mass times gravity. An object on Earth would weigh has a weight of 150 newtons. On which planet would the same object have an approximate weight of 170 newtons? So there's a couple different ways to deal with this. So one way to do it is to just find the weight of the object they're describing, right? Or rather the mass of the object they're describing. So on Earth, this thing has a weight of, on Earth, this thing has a weight of 150 newtons. So 150 equals the mass times the 9.8. And you could go ahead and find the mass, right? So the mass of this thing would be 150 divided by 9.8. Fine. So we get that the mass of this thing is 15.306 approximately. I'd probably store this as A so I can use it, right? So I would probably hit stow alpha A. And then the question is, on which planet would this thing be about $1.70? Well, the easiest way to figure that out is you say, oh, $1.70 equals this mass, the thing I just called A, times some gravity. We don't know which gravity. So if I do 170 divided by A, it's going to tell me which gravity I want. So 170 divided by alpha A is going to tell me which gravity I want. I want a gravity that is approximately 11.106, et cetera, et cetera. So the answer is Saturn. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to literally find, you could just take that mass, right? You could take this mass right here and say, okay, if mass is 15.036, what is the weight? And you could find all of those weights, right? And you could see which one's the closest to 170. That would be totally fine. I would point out that you can kind of logically rule out anything that has a lower gravity than Earth, right? So for this question, you could rule out Mercury, Venus, and Mars. And you can rule out Earth, obviously, because Earth is on Earth. So you're down to just these four. And so the worst case scenario is you could just check those four and see which one of them gives you the correct value. But that's kind of the gist.